I am Jal, the water, one of the 5 primary elements that constitute and define the world. I occupy a significant place in the Indian philosophy. Perceived as the principal element of creation, I have been revered in hundreds and thousands of hymns. Right from the myth descriptions in tribal and popular folklore to the ancient texts of Vedic literature and Purana. Enjoying the status of local deities, Panch Mahabhut are propitiated for their blessings, to overcome hurdles and for bestowing prosperity. The Indian concept of the Panch Mahabhut articulates a deep ecological understanding of the natural world by our sages and seers, who were all aware of the interconnectedness of physical and metaphysical realms in the existence. The Indian view discerns the relationship between man and creation as not that of man and nature, but of man in nature. Forgetting this fundamental belief, our approach turned exploitative and abusive, bringing great catastrophe on earth and endangering the fate of all the beings, including all humanity. For all these answers, we need to turn to our Vedic period seers and sages and study their contemplations on nature. Apaha has been regarded as the first and the foremost element in the Vedas. It is said that the water has been in existence even before earth and heaven. In the Nasadiya Sukta, the water has been regarded as the first principle. Water pervades everything, big or small. The earth, the atmosphere, the heaven, the mountains, the gods, man, animals, birds, grass, plants, dogs, worms, insects, and ants. All these worldly manifestations are waters indeed. Unlike the discourse of Panch Mahabhut, the contemporary science has focused only on the physical aspects of water and its consumption for living, power generation, and industrial purposes. We have forgotten that water is the very foundation of this universe, the progenitor of Tejas, that is the light, of Agni, the fire, of Vak, the speech, of Rasa, the taste, and of Sparsha, the touch. In Yajurved, the word Hinsa is used to describe the act of polluting the water. It is seen as an act of violence against the existence. The story of Lord Krishna cleansing the water of Yamuna river of poisonous fumes by killing the giant snake Kalia, or the tale of the supreme god Shiva holding the celestial water of Ganga in his dreadlocks while she descends from heavens. All such tales have the ecologically sensitive portrayals by the great Indian thought. All this wisdom was handed down to us by seers through Shastra, mistakenly translated as theory by many. Shastra are in fact treatises which prepare the templates for experiments, and Lok is the ground where this treatise is put into practice. Folk traditions celebrate the concept of water and the clouds. Thoughts on these are manifest in songs and dances. Local fairs and festivals are a beautiful, entertaining means to subtly disseminate traditional knowledge on the elements of nature. Indian folk traditions have a special relationship with rites and ceremonies, which are celebrated through songs and dance and observance of certain customs. These customs include indigenous practices towards conservation and maintenance of water resources. Nala in Uttarakhand, tanks and baulis of Rajasthan and Gujarat, cleaning of ponds and rivers in and along Gurudwaras, check dams and johars are some of these examples. Apart from water conservation, these practices, which are followed generation after generation, have also helped in retaining the architectural integrity and the efficacy of many of these water conservation systems and techniques. The monsoons in India celebrate the arrival of rain with the divine events. Abstinence from eating fish and meat during Chaumasa allows the various species to maintain the ecological balance by reviving their population. Omnipresent shrines of local water deities, Naga, and water spirits in villages and in small towns and cities reveal the established rituals for seeking the bounty of plentiful rain and abundance of water. Water management professionals in Indian tradition, like the Jalasunghio, Neer Ghantis, Pahal makers, and dam engineers, were patronized by local rulers or the elite. Unfortunately, this whole celebratory culture and scientific knowledge base has been lost to the indifference of contemporary generation. Indian archives are brimming with records of water policies and local practices to ensure equitable distribution of water, particularly during droughts, and involvement of all the stakeholders in ensuring sacrality of water. There are no more events like Panihars, where women assembled to sing songs, perform rituals, to propitiate their ancestors and to offer water to gods. Fountain slabs erected around Panihars, which were once the finest example of village art and craftsmanship, are now only seen at archaeological remains. Desacralization of the traditional knowledge systems has brought destruction and obliteration of the precious and useful knowledge. This, along with the abuse and exploitation of the environment by the mankind, has turned water into poison. The sacred fire, which now ravages the forests, is no more benevolent. Air pollutants have led to pollution of air and akash. Indiscriminate use of chemicals is making Mother Earth infertile. We need to return to the life-affirming treatises and philosophies and revive the ancient tribal and folk traditions in this lok to find the answers and to start developing the right strategies and methodologies for ecological sustainability. We need to revisit Apaha and explore various aspects of water for development of sustainable and effective strategies and plans. We must remember, water is not merely H2O. It is much beyond man's imagination. It is Brahma. It is Vishnu. It is Shiva. It is art. It is science. It is culture. It is life.